What's up, demons? It's your boy HMK once again with another Kingdom Hearts video. Now that Melody of Memory is out and about, we may have received an answer to one of the wildest questions we had about Kingdom Hearts 3, Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, and tying it all together to the future of Kingdom Hearts. And that's right, I'm talking about the ancient Keyblade legacy that dwells within Demyx, Luxord, Marluxia, and Larxene. We got an answer to why the ancient Keyblade legacy is tied between these four, what the ancient Keyblade legacy could be, and why Xemnas would know about it. So if you're ready for this theory, let's strap on in for the safety of hype and dive directly into the darkness. Now, as a primer, one of the wildest things about the ancient Keyblade legacy that threw us all for a loop is that in base Kingdom Hearts 3, we thought that thanks to Marluxia and Larxene already being in Union Cross as Lauriam and Elrena, that Demyx and Luxord at some point were going to be the same picture, being selected by Xemnas as the four that have the ancient Keyblade legacy dwelling within them. So whatever that legacy or ability or power might be, these four will be brought together and linked together to whatever it is. But then it comes along Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, in which we are thrown for a loop where Luxord apparently is residing within the Verum Rex universe, which we now know to refer to as Quadratum, alongside Yozora, driving him around in a butler-like fashion. Impressive, is it not, Commander? So that really brings up the question of how these four are linked together and the fact that Demyx is still MIA. But thanks to Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory and a huge revelation that happens at the end of the game, we can now surmise what that legacy is, how indeed these four are brought together, and why and how Xemnas knows about this legacy and why is it so important. There are two huge factors that come into play that come straight from Yensid's mouth that answers this question for us, and that is the fact that Xehanort knew about the world of Quadratum apparently from his days as a researcher, or possibly beyond that. In any case, before the split into Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, and Xemnas, the Superior of the In-Between. And the second answer is that apparently from his days as a Keyblade Master, it was known that the Ancient Masters had the ability to phase into another world. And the world that they're speaking of, that they're trying to play around with, is the world of fiction, the world of unreality, the world of Quadratum. So now it all makes sense. Apparently, this ancient Keyblade legacy could be tied to that ancient Keyblade Master legacy that dwells within these four, who two of which we know have existed during the time of Union Cross. And it could be the same for Demyx and Luxord. And their legacy is either the knowledge or the ability on how to phase into the other world. For Marluxia and Larxene, it makes sense because they are from the time in which the knowledge of that may have been apparent through the Master of Masters, the Foretellers, and Luxu. And with the case of Luxord, it makes sense for him because he may have been an original resident of Quadratum that may have had the ability from that side in order to phase into the world of Kingdom Hearts, possibly during the time of Union Cross. And if we're dealing with the whole notion of an even number, you know, these four, Marluxia and Larxene are from Union Cross, while Luxord is from Quadratum. It could spell the same for Demyx, possibly being a goofy sidekick to Yozora, something with Prompto energy. That would make sense for the ancient Keyblade legacy that dwells within these four, and the reason why Xemnas knows about it is because he is a portion of Xehanort, and this is one portion of the plan that Xehanort wanted to try and figure out how to get to Quadratum. While another portion of Xehanort, Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness, was doing his own thing with Ansem the Wise and trying to figure out where the missing child is that has a connection to Union Cross, who we believe to be Subject X, aka Skuld. Xemnas was blazing his own trail on another side of the plan with these four. And don't worry, I'm not saying that Marluxia, Larxene, Demyx, or Luxord, I'm not saying that they're reincarnations or other forms of the Foretellers. I'm saying that these four may have had the same or a similar ability as the Foretellers, and Xehanort was trying to get the goods from them through Xemnas. With these four possibly having the same ability as the Foretellers, phasing in and out of Quadratum and the world of Kingdom Hearts as the Ancient Masters, that probably explains the anti-aging thing for all of them, as we saw in the Kingdom Hearts 3 epilogue that Luxu summoned back Ira, Envy, Aced, and Gula possibly from Quadratum. As evident enough with Jensen's words and the fact that the Master of Masters was present in Quadratum in the Yozora Secret movie in base Kingdom Hearts 3, thus finally bringing everything together under the umbrella, because there are so many hours going all over the place, but now it looks like we've got a pretty good path moving forward into Phase 2 of Kingdom Hearts. And with all of that being said, it could be very possible that within the next Kingdom Hearts game, hopefully the 2022 announcement or game in which Raikou finally shows up in Quadratum, it could be possible that Larxene, Marluxia, Demyx, and Luxord, well, Luxord definitely, are already there, because in that blank year, it's been kind of quiet from all fronts. But I want to know what you guys think about this huge possibility and what the ancient Keyblade legacy could really mean for all of us. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below, and be sure to like, favorite, share, and most importantly subscribe to HMK for more Kingdom Hearts content every week. Big thanks to my Patreon supporters for making this video happen. If you want to find out how you can support HMK for just $1 a month, check out my info in the description box below. Alright guys, until the next video, this has been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.
So you haven't subscribed to HMK yet? Don't piss Xemnas off.